How many times have you looked up at the sky and asked, God, why? Why is this happening to me? Why hasn't my dream come true yet? Maybe you've done everything you could. Maybe you've cried, prayed, waited, and still what you desire hasn't happened. But today, I want you to hear this truth with an open heart. God's plans are much bigger than your dreams. And this isn't just a beautiful phrase, it's a promise. Jeremiah 29:11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, and declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God knows every detail of your life. He knows your deepest dreams, the ones you've never told anyone about. He's seen every tear you've shed in your room, during those nights when you thought about giving up. But he also sees your heart, and it's because he loves you so much that sometimes he closes doors, not to punish you, but to protect you, to guide you in the right direction. Sometimes what you're asking for is not what you truly need. Maybe that relationship that ended, that job you lost, or that opportunity that slipped away. Maybe all of that was God protecting you from something you couldn't see. God has a complete view of your life. He sees what you don't. While you're looking at the now, God is already seeing your future. Maybe you're dreaming of something good, but God has something far better. Maybe you're focused on a temporary blessing, while God is preparing something eternal. Waiting is not easy, I know. Dealing with frustration is hard. But it's in the waiting season that God shapes our character. It's during this process that he teaches us to truly trust him. Remember Abraham. God promised him a son, but he had to wait years before the promise came true. Joseph dreamed of leadership, but first he was sold as a slave, unjustly imprisoned, forgotten by friends. Yet in the end he saw that everything was part of God's plan. And the same is happening with you. What seems confusing today will make sense tomorrow. What feels like a delay today, you'll understand later, was God's protection. What looks like a loss today will become the beginning of a great purpose. So don't give up. Don't stop dreaming. But above all, trust God's plans, because he is faithful to fulfill every promise. He is not a man to lie. What he said he will do. Maybe today you're in the middle of the process, but your story is not over. God is writing an ending far greater than anything you've imagined. Hold on, look at Jeremiah 29:11, and remind yourself every day, God's plans are for peace, hope, and a future full of purpose. If you believe this, write in the comments, I trust God's plans, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it today, because God also has a wonderful plan for their life.